Hey guys, it's Two Siders here. Today we are doing a simple carnivore enclosure speed build. Well, it's not really a speed build. I do a couple of jump cuts here and there. The way I selected this carnivore was actually completely random. I sorted by all the dinosaurs in the game and I used a random number generator and I managed to get Indominus Rex, which is something I didn't want to do at first, but then I thought that maybe I could do like a cool abandoned jungle camp. Not even really abandoned, more like the Indominus Rex took over the camp kind of idea. So I started out, I really like having a curved edge to the exhibits. I created a couple of rock formations as well, which kind of looks like the skin of the Indominus Rex. It's just a little bit different color. If those rocks were like gray, maybe next time I could use like alpine rocks. But doing a bit of foresting, but mostly just the I finished the river almost, a couple of dirt paths here and there. Later on I'm going to do a couple of like where the dirt paths are, I'm gonna sink the ground so it simulates the Indominus Rex walking there. And before finishing the forest, I do wanna put down the decorations for the abandoned camp, or the whatever, I don't know what to call it. In the river we have just simple tents, but then more in the jungle we have a proper camp. Just placing a couple more rocks at the river, nothing major. Here we have the proper camp and just finishing up the forest because it's much easier to place down the decoration and then do the forest, otherwise the forest gets removed, which is really annoying. In the water I placed these awesome Jurassic Park not torches, but you know what I mean. I also placed directly in the water some red lights, so we have like a blood river sort of theme going on. And later on I will place the goat feeders next to the camp, so it's kind of like he's eating the people at the camp or whatever. And yeah, just making the paths a bit lower, and then the forests are a bit higher up, so there's a better contrast. I used all sorts of types of trees, not just the forest one, but the not just a tropical like foresty one, but as you can see the other type of forest, because they fit in small spaces better. But I also use ginkgo and whatever the nut trees. Ginkgo is actually really nice too. It's a nice contrast to the normal dark forest. But here's how it looks like. Obviously the more time we can spend on this, the better it would look, but for now it's okay. I placed a log viewing gallery next to the camp, which was actually a really cool idea. And I want to place, because this is a really dangerous animal, of course we have the log viewing gallery inside there, but I wanted the viewing galleries not directly next to the enclosure. Rather I'm placing an extra layer of protection, and also I will place rocks and forest there. The viewing galleries are going to be on this upper ledge of this hill. Just place a couple of rocks, nothing too fancy here. I don't want to place like 100 million rocks here because I will cover it with forest anyways. And I lowered the fence a little bit so people can actually see inside of it, but not perfectly, right? You still have a sense of like, I don't know, urgency or defense. And that's how the exhibit is. Let's create the Indominus Rex, and I'm going to use the completely white no pattern skin because that's just how it is, I guess. It's really similar to the normal Indominus Rex skin, and I really like when it changes colors to green, camouflages itself when it comes out like a chameleon. And then of course it swaps back to this awesome white color. I have a couple of shots so far Indominus Rexy from the log viewing gallery as it browses through the encampment. It's kind of cool. It's also going to hunt soon. I think our next shot is gonna be at dusk, so the lights are gonna be a little more pronounced. It's really blood red, the tropical sky in this game when it's dusk and not night. And again, we kind of have like a blood river type of deal, but I didn't want to place too many lights. I really wish you could destroy the decorations, kind of like how you can give like a destroyed theme nowadays to some of the buildings, because I would rather have like really destroyed tents instead of completely intact white tents with lights inside of them. But it's really cool nonetheless. I kind of had a similar idea in my Throwdown exhibit and our randomized park challenge last week, just having like a jungle abandoned camp, but I didn't have this much stuff in that camp. The Indominus Rex really nonchalantly just eats the goats. Normally carnivores would have like a much more, I don't know, pronounced eating animation, whereas he just grabs it and eats it without even really swallowing. Even in a couple of the shots you have this feeling that you're hiding from the Indominus Rex. And you can kind of see it. The left viewing gallery is probably the best one because we have a clear view to the river camp. And I really like this shot too. It's like we are hiding from the Indominus Rex and it's going towards the log cabin. It's from another perspective. Goats are running away. And in the next shot you will see that the goat made a fatal mistake, because it's not chasing after it, but it's following the goat. I left the gate open to the hatchery. What I wanted to say at the beginning of the video, I made the edges curved because it's much harder for something to break it. That's why medieval towers were curved. Look, it actually changed color when it went for the goat. But one fatal mistake is I left the edges at 90 degrees in this like hatchery area. So you have to have a point where the Indominus Rex can break out, of course, like if you are role playing. Thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye bye.